Welcome back to Mac Talks of Football, and the UEFA Champions League semi-finals second legs are right here. Two huge semi-finals, both that I still to play for. Exciting first legs in both the games. In PSG versus Bayern, that was a different type of game, and then Arsenal versus Atletico Madrid, a different type of game completely, but both entertaining first legs. And now the second legs are here, and I am here to make my predictions. We are going to start with a PSG Bayern. It ended up 5-4 in favor of Paris Saint-Germain, and now they have to go to Bayern Munich. They have to go to Allianz Arena, and they need to, sort of try to match up. Both of these teams have to play a game, in my opinion, as similar to the one that they played last week. I don't think that's possible, if I'm being very honest with you, because I think that was a completely different type of a game. Nobody expected. Like, I said in my review after that game, it's like our expectations were there. They took it to another level with the way that they played. But the problem is you cannot continue to play like that, with that intensity. Even though both of them rested like majority of their first 11s in the league. Bayern Munich had like 8 or 9 different, players rested in the Bundesliga game. So did PSG as well, and PSG had to face the consequences as well. They had to bring in certain players because they ended up drawing the game. But in the end, it did not really matter because Lens drew as well. So PSG mentally they are going to be not that bothered about that draw. But physically speaking, most of their squads are going to be well rested. They are going to come into this game, with a lot of refreshment, a lot of fitter, and of course the only thing I think the thing that there's going to be people are going to be worried, the players are going to be thinking about is now the expectations of the fans of both sides, and in a way as neutral as well, is going to be quite high from them, because what they have given us in the first half, everybody is sort of expecting to get that sort of a game in that second half. I personally don't think we are going to get that. I think it's going to be quite a similar sort of a game, but I don't think we are going to get as much as a goal as we would have wanted, and as much as goal as we would have we got last week. I said it, in the review last week, and as well, after 5-2, the way that PSG conceded the last two goals, I think that was very crucial, and that was very important for Bayern Munich. And I think that is going to be the reason, in my opinion, that helps Bayern Munich a lot, and that those two goals right at the end, I think, could be the reason that PSG get eliminated, because there's you if you are 5-2 up, the mature thing to do, and as a manager, as a player, experienced players in PSG, you need to make sure that you don't go ahead and concede many goals, because a 5-2 aggregate after the 5-2 after first leg is completely different than 5-4 first leg. You've done the hard job, you've gotten taken a 3 goal lead, and then you're basically giving it up. And I think that could be a big problem for PSG coming into Allianz Arena, because they are going to be the away side. Even though they have a goal advantage, I don't think that's going to be that much, influential. I think that's going to be that much important. I think Bayern Munich are going to be up for it. I think they are going to be in the mode. They are the home side. The fans are going to really turn up. And even though I expect goals in this game, I just don't see that many goals here. And I think Bayern Munich are going to nick it here. I think PSG, unfortunately, I think those two goals are going to come back to bite them, and I think they are going to in the end they are going to get eliminated because of that. I am going for a 4-2 win for a Bayern Munich on the night, and a 8-7 aggregate win for a Bayern Munich. Second game, it's Arsenal versus Atletico Madrid. Now this is, in my opinion, it's a bit tougher to call than the other one, because of how this game is going to be played. I think again, Atletico Madrid had the advantage to rest. They rested about 8 players in their game against Valencia, and they still ended up winning that game. So it was quite an easy route for them. And again, just like PSG and Bayern Munich, their squad is going to come into this game, well rested. Physically they are going to be in a much better shape as compared to the Arsenal team, but they are going to come away to Arsenal. And if I'm being very honest with you, as an Arsenal fan, I'm really happy that the second leg is at the Emirates, because we have been exceptional, we have been sensational at the Emirates. We are the only team till now in the competition who have not lost a single game, so that's a big advantage for Arsenal. And I think psychologically speaking, what has happened over the last 2 weeks, winning against Newcastle, winning against drawing against Atletico Madrid, even though we should have won that game, I think the decisions did not go our favor. And then winning over the weekend, and the way that we have defeated Fulham, I think Arsenal mentally and psychologically they are going to be in a much better place, and I think they are going to be really up for it. I think the fans are going to be up for it, and there could be a big more even more happiness in the Arsenal camp after City's game. If City end up dropping points against Everton, then the belief system for the Arsenal players is going to be even more high, because they are going to be back with an advantage in the Premier League as well. In terms of the Champions League, I think it is going to be some same that methodical players. I saw a lot of people criticize this Arsenal versus Atletico game. I really felt that that was quite, that was unnecessary, and I think that was not fair. I think that was quite unfair to Arsenal players, to the Arsenal to Atletico players as well, because if you look at both the games, really, because I'm not saying being a biased Arsenal fan here, I felt that both of the games were really entertaining. I think Arsenal and Atletico Madrid, they played a football in a different way, but it was still entertaining. You had big moments in the game. You had chances creating. You had players hitting the crossbar. You had penalty shots. You had incidents. You had physical altercation. So it was a really entertaining game. Of course, if this game would have been played before PSG and Bayern, people would have not criticized this game as much as they did. But again, I personally feel, because we have this mindset that people already have against Arsenal and Atletico Madrid, they just went in with this mindset that, oh, it's going to be a boring game, or it's going to be a slugfest and whatnot. And especially we watched the PSG versus Bayern game, so that hatred or that mindset was increased to tenfold, and that resulted in getting that outcome of the views that we got after the Arsenal Atletico Madrid game in the first half. I personally don't feel that it was as much of a boring game as everybody thought. I did not think everybody went on a haram ball and whatnot. I really did not think. I did not think Atletico Madrid parked the bus. I did not think Arsenal parked the bus. I think both had a really good game. It was methodical. It was not free flowing like the PSG versus Bayern game, but I still felt it was quite it was quite still an entertaining game, if I'm being very honest with you. And I think the second leg is going to be the same as well. And I think, unfortunately for Atletico Madrid, I think they are going to get knocked out here. I think Arsenal at home, and the way the fans are back for it, the belief is sort of come back, and the form Arsenal are in currently, the way that they have been playing for the last couple of weeks, I think Atletico Madrid are not going to be able to handle it. I still think it's going to be very physical. I think it's going to be very tough. But I think Arsenal are going to nick it in the end. I'm going for a 2-1 win for Arsenal on the night, and the 3-2 aggregate win for Arsenal, and we end up with an Arsenal Bayern Munich Champions League final. That is it for me in this video. Let me know what you guys thought of my predictions in the comment section below. Do you agree with it? Do you disagree with it? Let me know in the comment section below. And who do you think is going to qualify for the finals? Let me know in the comment section below as well. Like the video, share it as well. Click on the notification button. Of course, subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get to 600 subscribers before the end of the season. So please go ahead and subscribe and help the channel out. Until next time, bye-bye.